mời bạn đến Việt Nam.
Welcome to Hochiminh City, the beating heart of Vietnam. Formerly known as Saigon, is a city that blends rich history with modern and dynamic atmosphere. We have 2 days in Hochiminh City where we will immerse ourselves in the history of the city, experience the hustle bustle of daily life at the famous Bentan Market, where vibrant colors, exotic aromas, and delicious street food tempt our senses. Venture outside the city into the Kuchi Tunnels to uncover the secrets of Vietnam's history and war, and immerse ourselves in the city's cafe culture and lively nightlife filled with bars, clubs, and vibrant atmosphere. Let's discover the city's charm, know its people, and its infectious energy. This is Hochiminh City, where the spirit of Vietnam shines bright.
What's up guys, it's Grishma and welcome to my channel, and I am super excited for filming this video because this is my first international trip and we are at Hochiminh City here in Vietnam, and this is going to be an entire Vietnam series जिसमें मैं अलग-अलग वियतनाम के पार्ट्स कवर करने वाली हूँ. So आज का एपिसोड होने वाला है होचिमिन का. This is going to be a 2-day trip in Hochiminh. सारे प्लेसेस कवर करेंगे एंड क्या क्या कर सकते हैं वो भी मैं बताऊंगी. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद दिस एपिक एडवेंचर हियर इन वियतनाम.
Firstly, let's get to know how to reach Vietnam. There are 2 airlines by Vietnam from India, that is Vietjet and Vietnam Airlines. They have direct flights from Mumbai, Delhi and Kolkata, and for other states there are connecting flights. Prices are around 20,000 rupees return if you book well in advance, or it may take up to 30 to 35,000. I travelled from Mumbai to Ho Chi Minh in a connecting flight by Vietnam Airlines. The flight got delayed and I hence missed the connecting flight, but the airline made arrangements for another flight and I was able to reach Ho Chi Minh by a delay of 4 hours. Flight was comfortable, but the delay made it not so pleasant. Got a local SIM card for around Rs 1,000 at the airport. Viettel and Mobifone are the popular ones. Took a Grab, which is a local cab here, and got to the hotel. Staying at the Hotel Avanti, a decent hotel with close proximity from major locations. I am travelling with a travel group and hence the hotel was booked by the travel company themselves.
कन्वर्ट नहीं होता है, सो पहले आने से पहले गेट योर रुपीज़ कन्वर्टेड इनटू डॉलर एंड द डॉलर देन कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू द डोंग. एयरपोर्ट में कुछ डॉलर टू डोंग करना बिकॉज द रेट्स आर टू हाई. यू कैन कम एट द लोकल मार्केट एरिया टू गेट द कन्वर्जन डन. आई डिड इट ओवर हियर, द शॉप दैट यू सी बिहाइंड मी. दिस इज जस्ट क्लोज टू द होटल दैट वी आर स्टेइंग एट, एंड एक्सचेंज रेट ओवर हियर इज प्रीटी नाइस एंड डिसेंट एज वेल. सो यू कैन डेफिनेटली डू इट ओवर हियर, बट मेक श्योर दैट एयरपोर्ट में पूरा मत करना, जस्ट डू द नेसेसरी वन.
It was past lunch time, so decided to eat first before exploring. Right opposite to the hotel found a street vendor serving banh mi, which has meat stuffings with veggies inside in a baguette sort of a bread. A very famous dish here in Vietnam. So had that over here along with some fresh passion fruit juice like the locals, and it was pouring outside, so it was quite an experience to eat.
Pouring outside, तो हम लोग आ गए हैं बंतान मार्केट जो हमारे होटल के एग्जैक्टली सामने है. दिस इज़ अ वेरी लार्ज मार्केट विच हैज़ ऑल ऑफ द टूरिस्टी थिंग्स दैट यू कैन बाय, जैसे मैग्नेट्स हुआ, गिफ्ट्स हुआ, सुवेनियर्स हुआ, एंड ऑल द फन स्टफ दैट यू कैन गेट फ्रॉम हियर. हैव टू बार्गेन दो. अगर वो लोग ज़्यादा कोट करेंगे तो उसका हाफ या उससे कम करना. देन दे विल कम टू अ प्राइस. दैट्स व्हाट वी वर टोल्ड अबाउट दिस प्लेस. बट दिस प्लेस इज़ रियली वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू कैन गेट फ्रॉम ओवर हियर, एंड इट्स अ वेरी ह्यूज market having all sort of things over here. So definitely check out this market here in Ho Chi Minh, one of the biggest markets, and for sure to come over here.
The Bentan Market is a bustling and an iconic market located in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City. The market offers a vibrant and a lively atmosphere filled with an array of sights, sounds and smells. Inside the Bentan Market, you will find a vast selection of goods and products, including clothing, textiles, handicrafts, souvenirs. It's like a paradise for shoppers and bargain hunters.
So this market over here also has a whole lane that is dedicated to food items, जो वियतनाम का authentic food items है, plus juices and everything that you can try out over here. And there are some interesting food items that I could see.
Exploring the market is like an adventure in itself, as you navigate through the narrow aisles and soak in the vibrant colors and bustling energy by immersing yourselves in the lively atmosphere created by constant buzz of activities.
Inside this market, you'll also find dry fruits, fruits and vegetables as well. And यहाँ का coffee बहुत special है, तो वो भी यहाँ पे मिलता है at a reasonable price. And यहाँ पे bargaining is the key. If they quote like 10,000 dong, just save less than half of it and they will give you probably. पहला purchase मैंने magnet बहुत expensive खरीदा, but उसके बाद समझा कि यहाँ पे बहुत कम price में मिलता है. So make sure that you keep that in mind and अच्छा खासा budget लेके आ सकते हो और यहाँ से पूरा shopping कर सकते हो.
Bentan Market is not only a shopping destination but also a cultural experience. It provides an opportunity to interact with locals, observe traditional Vietnamese craftsmanship, and sample authentic local cuisine. Bentan Market offers an amazing experience that truly captures the essence of Hochiminh City.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Thank you. So we have started the tour of Hochiminh City and हम लोग अभी कर रहे हैं एक walking tour. And from our hotel we came to the first location, that is the Independence Palace here in Hochiminh City. So ये palace अभी currently closed है, we can't go inside unfortunately, but I'll give you a short history of this palace. So this palace served as the residence and also the workplace of the President of Vietnam. And ये palace जो अभी आप देख रहे हो, this is not the original palace. It has been reconstructed after being bombarded during the war. ये palace पूरा टूट चुका था and उसके बाद वापस से एक नया palace यहाँ से build किया गया था. And this was also commanded by the President of Vietnam to build it. So it's a very beautiful palace. You can actually go inside. There's a ticket to go inside and there are different levels which you can cover while visiting this place as well. And also ये palace के सामने if you see, there are a lot of these greenery around. बहुत ही सुंदर बनाया है. There's garden, there's greenery, and it's very nicely well maintained. So it's very picturesque place also to take photos. Unfortunately, currently it's drizzling a bit, so it's not the best weather to come here. But Hochiminh has a very unpredictable weather, so you don't know if it will rain, or it will be a sunny day. Is the post office. This is one of the largest post office and also one of the oldest one here in Hochiminh City. This is right next to the cathedral, which is under maintenance at the moment, but you come here and go inside the post office and see what's there.
The Hochiminh City Post Office, also known as Saigon Central Post Office, is a famous landmark located in Hochiminh City, Vietnam. It is one of the oldest and the most iconic building and a popular tourist attraction. The post office was constructed between 1886 and 1891 when Vietnam was still under the French colonial rule. Hence, the architecture is inspired by the French architecture.
This is a post office. There is no entry fee to come over here, and this closes at 6 p.m. in the evening, so make sure that you keep the time in mind while coming over here. Also, one more thing that you can do over here is that, so I bought myself a postcard for 5,000 dongs here, and then you can write a post to anywhere, and for that that's 32,000 dongs for the postal service. That is also what you can do over here. But other than that, you can also come here to admire the beautiful architecture of this heritage building here in Hochiminh City.
The Saigon Central Post Office is not only a place for practical needs but also a symbol of city's history and a must-visit destination for tourists.
So now I'm at Hochiminh's iconic street. This is the Happy Street, and supposedly यहाँ पे बहुत ही happening रहता है ये जगह, and there are a lot of people over here. There's music, there's dance, there's lights and everything, and there that you see, that's a live statue as well. But unfortunately आज बारिश होने की वजह से there isn't a lot of halchal over here. And also from here you can go to the apartment cafes, which is a whole building dedicated to many different types of cafes, which is also an interesting part of this happy street. And आसपास बहुत सारे cafes है, बहुत सारे stores है where you can do shopping as well. So this is a one street that you can come and visit during the evening time. Apartment cafes here at the happy street, and this one is called as Dosh, and the view from here is incredible. You can see the entire lane of the happy street over here, and it is beautiful out here. You can have your coffee, you can have donuts or desserts or anything while enjoying the view. And this cafe culture in Vietnam is so interesting that you definitely have to come here and see it yourself.
Marshmallow coffee and a donut here, and it was delicious, and the prices are similar to what we have in India. Also, to come to the apartment cafes, there's a lift usage charges of 10,000 dong per person, or you can climb to go on the top. After strolling the beautiful lanes, went for dinner at a restaurant called as Seoul and had Vietnamese cuisine here, that is fish in clay pot along with another fish dish with veggies. And later went to the backpacker street, also called as the beer street of Hochiminh City, and it was wild. It's a whole crazy party street. I'll say you can check it out yourself. And that's how day 1 ended in Hochiminh City.
This is the next day, that is day 2 in Hochiminh City, and we just had our breakfast at the in-house restaurant. The breakfast is included in the package of the stay that we opted for, and it was a very nice and lovely breakfast spread that we had with lots of different varieties of food items plus fruits as well. यहाँ के जो fruits है, they're really very delicious. And now we're going to head to the tunnels at 8 AM in the morning. So हमने दिन की शुरुआत बहुत जल्दी की है. So I'm super excited to explore that side of Hochiminh City. Day 1 हमने explore किया था the city side, and day 2 is going to be the outskirts of side and the war memorial, and know more about Hochiminh City's history, which is so interesting to know. So come on, let's start our day and start exploring Hochiminh City.
As I was traveling with a travel company, they had made arrangements for a bus along with a tour guide to get us to Kuchi Tunnels.
Morning everybody. Morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jason.
The tunnels are located around 1 to 1.5 hours from Hochiminh City in the outskirts, and the whole journey is very scenic.
Now we made it to the Kuchi Tunnel. We just took the entry ticket and now we enter the tunnel. So this tunnel was used by the Vietnamese army to hide from the Americans during the war. So there are these narrow passages underneath the ground. That's where they used to hide. So now we're going to explore this area. बहुत ही बड़ा area है. There are a lot of things that you can see over here. So let's see what we find out.
Firstly, we were given an introduction about the Kuchi tunnels by our guide Jason. The tunnels are an intricate network of underground passages, and these tunnels played a significant role during the Vietnam War, serving as a strategic base for hiding and attacking the American soldiers. Then we were taken on a walking tour to explore the chain of tunnels and know more about the strategies used by the Vietnamese during the war.
This is called a balance strap. So they have an axle in the middle, and this one going in the back. And this one is for tourists. In the wartime, there was nothing like this. No nothing like this. So if you step on the side on the side, lift yourself to fight the sharks.
Was a very interesting experience going inside the tunnel and experiencing how the Vietnamese army used to live inside and sustain inside. It's very interesting. It's cold and it's very dark, and there's actually a tunnel that leads to the other places also, but because it's now a tourist place, वो भी बंद किया है, but you can still see how interestingly and how amazingly this place has been. Started building this during the year 1960, and they completed in 1972, and the American soldiers were attacked Vietnamese soldiers in the year 1965. So earlier they were only building bunkers, and later they added tunnels so that they can move from one location to the another. There are like more than 4,000 tons of bombs being dropped in this area, and some of them, like 10% of them, did not even explode. So ऐसा chances है कि ये tunnels के अंदर यहाँ पे सब bomb मिल सकता है, which is been now infused into the soil. So also यहाँ पे जो bomb drop किया है, a lot of areas over here have a depth because वहाँ पे वो bombs drop किया गया था, and also a lot of the bombs were also chemical bombs जिसके effect आज तक दिखाई दे रहे हैं in form of some deformity or disorder, which is so sad.
Okay, this is a door trap, so we use that in the front door of a civilian house. If the civilian house, they have a PC at home, they don't want to open the door and welcome the American in, so they will hang this behind the door like this. Okay. So when American soldiers, they try to open the door, they're not just like nicely open it like this, they will kick it in like this, or they're using a rifle and jam onto it. So this one will swing down. Right. So the genius design of this is have two parts. You can see it. So the first part is aimed for the chest. Right? So this will kill the first victim. Yeah. The second part, in case if they knew the trap already there, so they will use a rifle and block this part. Okay. When they block this part, remember this one have a hooks. So momentum will swing this one up. When the momentum swing this one up, you get hit at the lower part. So you get hit both ways. Okay? And this is an undeniable trap.
Rifle shooting that you can experience over here. So they have different rifles, like the very famous one is AK-47. They have a machine gun that also you can use to aim and shoot at the point. So the costing is around like 5 lakh, 6 lakh. That's a machine gun. 5 lakh, 6 lakh for a minimum of 10 bullets, and additional bullet is additional charges depending upon if you want to add it or not, but 10 bullets is the minimum. This is what you can come and hear and do, and a lot of people are doing it and enjoying it. I am not into it that much, so I would be skipping. That's the machine gun.
From the truck tire. So they have steel bell here, you see? Yeah. It's very durable. I can guarantee you walk 3,000 kilometers, it will just stay the same. And when you wear it, you can wear this way as your footbed, right? Or you can change the strap. Okay, see different? See different? Okay. So with this one, instead of wearing according to the foot shape like this, you wear the other way. Okay, wear the other way like this. Wear the other way. So why? Because if you walk nearby your entrance, you will let your footprint to be revealed by the enemy. Okay. So if you wear this one and you walk forward, your footprint go the other way, and that keeps the enemy follow that footprint, not go follow you. All right.
Now we have entered the tunnel and we are going to do the 20 or the 40 meter walk from underneath. So it was very scary for me. I thought I will do the 40-meter one, but I couldn't. I stopped at 20, came out from the 20, did the 20-meter. I just can't imagine how people used to sustain underneath. It is so scary. If you are claustrophobic, do not even think about going inside, because it was scary after a point. ऐसा लग रहा था कि कब खत्म होगा. But like, it's an experience for sure. No, you're not coming. What is this?
Tapioca.
And what is it made of?
It's a root. It's a root.
Root. Okay, and just eating it with peanut.
Yeah.
Peanut,
salt, and sugar.
sugar. Okay.
So, this was the Kuchi Tunnel. It's heartbreaking to see how the Vietnamese soldiers used to live underneath, but also at the same time very fascinating to know how innovative their thinking was and how they learned to adapt and sustain. So from here, we later headed for lunch.
So after visiting the Kuchi Tunnel, which was super fun, so we are now at a restaurant called as Bentan. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, but this is a very popular restaurant and one of the few restaurants in this area. It has a very village sort of a feel. There's a pond over here, and that behind me is the restaurant. There are a lot of people over here, and supposedly the food over here is really nice. And so let's go inside and have some yummy food, because I am starving and it is super hot. So like, I'm just tired of like walking. Back to the city, and we are visiting the War Museum, which is at the city. The cost of this is 4,000 dongs. That's the entry fee, and this is the museum. So it has a lot of history related to Vietnam's war over the years. Let's go inside and check out in detail. Inside the War Museum, बहुत ही बड़ा museum है, and there are a lot of these pictures, articles, artifacts and things that are kept inside, and videos also that you can know. One interesting thing I found in this museum, out of all the museums I've ever visited, they have a QR code over here. So you just have to scan the QR code and it opens up the article about this picture over here, which is so interesting. So they do not have to write it everywhere. You can just open it and it tells you, and of course it is in the Vietnamese language, but you can convert it to English and read. So this is a very interesting thing that they've added to this museum. So it's nice. Talking to camera. So I'm going to the next location here. So for that I've ordered myself a Grab taxi. Grab taxis here in Vietnam are like super convenient and they're easily available as well. And I'm going to the Pink Church over here. So my tour ended and we are on our own. So me and my roomie Yukta are traveling to the Pink Church. What's your name?
My name is Thang.
Thang. Into a typical touristy t-shirt that I bought. Now after taking the Grab, which costed me around an Indian currency rupees of around 45-50 rupees, I made it to the Pink Church here in Hochiminh City. So this is a very Instagrammable place over here, and I have Yukta over here and we're matching. So we both are exploring the city together and seeing the different places. So the first spot that we're covering is this Pink Church over here. So So it is very beautiful from the outside, and because of its color it attracts a lot of tourists also over here. So I am not sure if it's open to visit from inside, but it does have a timing of 5 p.m. That is when it gets closed. So we'll check out the church from outside, and take some pictures and everything.
Later came back to the room, freshened up and headed for dinner. Had dinner at this very nice restaurant which served amazing Vietnamese cuisine and satisfied all the food cravings here. And it was indeed a very good end to day 2 in Hochiminh City.
Good morning, this is day 3 here in Hochiminh City, and today we are checking out from this property. This was what all things you can do at Hochiminh City in just 2 days. What would be the shopping, what would be the food, where to stay, budget and everything. I hope this video helps you out in planning your next trip to Vietnam. From here we are now moving to Da Nang. उसके लिए हमारा एक सुबह का flight है which is around like 4 hours from now. So the next vlog is going to be the Da Nang vlog and also the Hoi An vlog जो होने वाला है 2 दिन का trip. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification to get notified whenever that video uploads, because that video is going to be epic and I'm so excited and to check out those places of Vietnam as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it and made it this far, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So this is me Grishma signing off, and I'll meet you again in a new city. Bye.